Yo, before we get into the video, yo, make sure you check the pinned comment, follow me on Twitch, join the Discord, both links are there. Also, let me know I'm switching up my style of content, being more myself. There's a car in the background, fuck that car, you feel me? But I've been being more myself, trying to be regular me, goofy, fun, and energetic. Let me know what you think of the new style. Like, if you want me to go back to the boring YouTube voice, I can, but let me know. Also, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get it. Yo, what's good, y'all, man? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the deal, what we here for. Yo, a Sunday officials just dropped, so you know I gotta do the analysis, the more in-depth discussion when it comes to the chapter we just had, bro, because this chapter was a banger. Again, I've started doing this new thing. I'm breaking this down for y'all who read the officials, but also for those of you that read the scans that want more of my thoughts and more breakdown of my thoughts on the chapter, just not an initial type beat. Without further ado though, you know what I mean? That was a pretty long introduction. It wasn't that long. It wasn't as long as what she said I was. You feel me? Yeah, fine. I'm just kidding. Hey, it's a joke. You feel me? Let's get into it though. But we're back. All right, so on the cover, we already really talked about that in the review. It's just VB got some birds on her, you feel me? But Karu was mad jealous. Karu down there like, yo, get the birds off you. Get the birds off you. I'm right here. So Karu down there, he get jealous. Shout out to Oda for the fire cover. So, yo, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is the whole situation with this medicine and this whole situation with King and Queen, you feel me? Because that's kind of where we started off at. Now, I didn't go into details about my thoughts too much on like the fight itself because I already put a video out with Sage talking about that, and that video was pretty fire, you feel me? Check that out. Selfish plug. The medicine is working well. Chopper is basically like talking about the medicine. He's kind of surprised it's working that well, but you know, Chopper just on this doctor tip. That's regular. So he's kind of in awe of the medicine, but it's basically because he's so passionate about being a doctor, you know what I mean? So it's really not like nothing too crazy. Chopper's just like, it really did heal him. Like, no shit, duh, it healed him. He's standing, ain't he? Like, come on, Chopper. Like, you need to go to Brain Point because you kind of slow. Like, he is worried, you feel me? He does mention, I'm afraid to think about what will happen after. So, real quick, my thoughts on that is, I think once he's done doing this, like, he's pretty much done. At this point, I think, like, Zoro was fighting King, and that's kind of it. Now, I know everybody be talking about, but Sin, the ZKK Sin, but ZKK. And like, look, and I know I'm like the ambassador of ZKK on the low, you feel me? I'm like really they sponsored, you feel me? Yo, shout out to my peoples, you feel me? Nah, y'all know I love Zoro, man, but my thoughts on ZKK is, at this point, I'm not too sure. I'm kind of shaky on it. However, the only way I see this happening, him going to Kaido, was like if he mid-diffs King. And after this chapter, I just don't know if that's happening, because the next part is, you know, after, you know, the whole Hirogoro thing and everyone saying not to interfere with their duel and stuff. That's another thing that we gonna talk about soon. We gonna talk about the panel where Zoro talks about King not being a swordsman per se. We gonna talk about that. But the thing that's interesting is that Hirogoro calls it a duel and he says for people not to interfere. So it's like, okay, look, this is a Sanji and Zoro versus King and Queen thing. I'm gonna be honest though, if I was them, I probably would have helped Sanji and Zoro. Like, I'm gonna keep it all the way clean. Like, I'm gonna keep it 55th Street. Like, we not going to not jump these dudes, because like at the end of the day, it's a war, right? So it's like, bro, it ain't no fair ones, bro. Not to me. You know what I mean? Help him get up, fight back, nigga, fight back. Like, that's what it's gonna be. I was gonna jump in it regardless. Like, they couldn't have me in one piece because I'm a real nigga, you feel me? So the whole time they fighting, you know what I mean, King and Queen are pretty much fine, bro. That's the thing that I was talking about. I don't think this gonna be a mid-diff altercation. Like, this gonna be a full-out fight, because King and Queen weren't even hurt from the Diable Jambe or the Onigiri Purgatory joint. They got straight up, like, and they're fine. Queen even made a little rap about it. So it's just like, bro, they cool. So I think that this fight is going to be like a little longer than what people are expecting it to be. And I think that they got to, you know, get that through their head a little bit. What's interesting though that happens next though, that I want to talk about, is Marco's comments. So he sees like Whitebeard in his head, you feel me? He's over there. Think, Marco, think, you feel me? And he says, I'm talking about the distant past. Back then, God's land was up there. I thought only Mary Joyce was above the red line. So that's a cool little panel where it's like, yo, King's people used to be up on the red line. Now Mary Joyce is up there. Now I'm not gonna break that down too much, because I got a video coming out tomorrow about King that's mad fire. Make sure y'all tune into that, yo. Like, yo, tune into that video tomorrow. It's free, bro. Like, stop being on that weird shit. Like, just tune in, you know what I mean? Now, the whole Marco situation, I do want to talk about a little bit. I think at this point, Marco's done. He's down. He's out for the count. Not like he's knocked out type beat. Not like he's fodder now. Like, I'm not disrespecting Marco. Marco did his thing. We got to stop disrespecting him. I seen people disrespecting Marco after this chapter, at the last chapter, saying, oh, Marco couldn't finish them all. He's fighting two of the right hands of Kaido by himself. And we don't know exactly how long, but I'll say it probably was an hour or two. And he was flying around before that. He clashed with Big Mom already in the arc. He hit them down the waterfall, the Big Mom pirates. He was flying around making sure people don't succumb to the ice only virus. Like, Marco was doing his thing. Y'all gotta stop disrespecting my guy, bro. Because if you keep disrespecting him, like, it's gonna be me and you for real. And I'm gonna pull up to your crib and I'm really nice with these. Like, yo, stop disrespecting Mark. Put some respect on him, son. Like, real rap. Put some respect on my mans. He did his best, man. He did his thing, but he's tired right now. And I would be too after doing all that. So somebody tries to hit him with the blick. They said, let me put the thing on him. You feel me? Pause. They put the little tron on him. Pause again. But they tried to shoot him and Izo, came in and protected him. And Marco was like, man, I knew Izo was coming. You feel me? He knew. You feel me? Pause on that again. But my point being is Marco, I feel like is really down for the count, like all jokes aside. In the sense that I don't think he's gonna really be super involved anymore. He's tired, bro. He's done. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's gonna go to the roof. I know people got the what's it called? The Momotaro theory type beat. I think Roger did a video about it. My homie Sweaty told me about the theory 48,000 times. So it's like, I know that the Momotaro theory is like a big thing people are falling back on, but I don't know at this point because Marco looks like he's tired, man. So, at this point, we at the panel where Queen is like, yo, if you want to take us down, you got to put your back into it because that didn't hurt at all. The drought, the plague, and the wildfire, the three of us are Kaido-san's calamities. He's spitting them bars. So this next part I want to talk about a little bit, and this is Sanji's lineage and what's going on with him. So he's telling Zoro he feels weird. Of course, Zoro was like, you know what I mean? Yo, don't do that weird stuff. But Sanji's like, I feel weird. I'm weird. He's Illuminati and all that. He feels weird, bro. And his body is kind of reacting differently to the, Ray suit. So Queen makes some comments about him being a cyborg. All of, Germa 66 children are cyborgs and experiments. But I think it has something to do with lineage factor. I want to do a video talking about Sanji a little bit because Sanji is kind of like a peculiar type beat. Like, he's a little different. It might be something going on with the swirly brows. I'm not going to cap. But I'm thinking what it is really is, it's just lineage factor. Because if you think about Ichiji, right? Ichiji got the thunder, you know what I mean? The little lightning joint. And I think one of the brothers, I think it might be Niji. It might be Niji. Is it Niji? One of them got like a crane hook hand or something, but the lineage factor stuff changes things, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm thinking the fire didn't come from nowhere. It's like, bro, even Queen says it's not like you're Lunarian, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about the Lunarians too, a little tiny bit, not too much, because I got a video coming out tomorrow. Like I said, selfish plug again. But I think what's super interesting though, is that the lineage factor is probably having some sort of influence on Sanji and his body. So I think that it's changing what his abilities are. And I could see a situation where if he keeps putting the Ray suit on, it could even meld with him. It could become to where he has the abilities of the Ray suit without having to keep putting it on. I don't know if it's going to fuse with him, if he's on some cybernetic type beat, or if he's just going to learn how to evolve and learn the abilities of the Ray suit due to his lineage factor. I'm not sure, but Sanji's definitely a peculiar one. We got to keep an eye on him. So we get into this panel, right? So King uses this comb type beat and he takes Zoro's swords off of him, off his arms, and he goes to punch him. Now, when he goes to punch him, I'm thinking he rocked him, but apparently Zoro blocked it with a sword or whatever that's in his mouth. But the panel says, I get it, you're just a bloodthirsty brute. King says, I've never understood why anyone would stick to traditional forms and techniques in a real battle. Traditional forms and techniques. Zoro says, yeah, I guess you have a point. You never claimed to be a swordsman after all. Have it your way. Just remember, when it comes down to it, I might be willing to bite through your throat too. I can't afford to lose here. So I think that this is Oda referencing some of the stuff in the community a little bit. He's telling us through these panels, in my opinion, that not everybody with a sword is just a swordsman, bro. People have swords and use it in they kit and they fighting ability, but that don't mean that they super swordsmen. They're not a Mihawk, a Vista, Zoro type beat. And I think that Zoro is seeing that here. He's like, look, there are swordsmen that aren't pure traditional swordsmen in a sense, but they're swordsmen just because they're using a sword, I guess, technically. However, Zoro was saying like there's some of y'all that will go above and beyond. Like I'm looking at you going above and beyond, and Zoro was saying, look, have it your way. You don't want to do a traditional sword duel, cool. But I'm gonna go that extra route too. I might bite through your throat type beat. So I think that this is Oda talking about swordsmen in a different way. Like, yo, look, not everybody is swordsman. Some people got swords and they still scrappers. They brutes, they brawlers. So it's like, I think we have to stop claiming everyone with a sword just to be a swordsman. There's people with swords or blades that aren't swordsmen. Big Mom, Whitebeard. I don't think Shiryu a swordsman. He just got a sword. He probably nice with the hands and the feet. So it's just like, yo, if we give Sanji a sword, is he a swordsman? You know what I mean? So it's just like, bro, we just gotta, I don't know, bro. That's just how I feel about it. And no, this don't got nothing to do with the Shanks and Mihawk stuff. So I don't want to hear none of that in the comments, because I know people gonna be like, y'all just want to push agendas. Y'all just want to push agendas. This is agenda piece. No, bro, y'all know I'm not on the agenda piece. I'm not on that weird shit. I've never been. So this isn't about Shanks and Mihawk. This is just like me thinking there are brute force fighters that aren't pure like swordsmen or true swordsmen. Like they're willing to do anything. The next fire thing that happened in this chapter though was the comments made by Hyogoro and Kawamatsu. So they start talking about Ushimaru, which was the Danyo, Shimotsuki Ushimaru, by the way. For me, I didn't get his first and last, but respect on him. They're saying that him and Zoro look very similar. You know what I mean? And they're saying that even Zoro coming to Wano might have been fate. It might have been fate that he came here to return the blade. It must be fate or something. You know what I mean? And when I said this in my stream last week, y'all was really on me, bro. Y'all was acting like I was wilding out. Y'all was like, nah, Sin, that's dumb. Ryuma just thinks that Zoro is, he just thinks that Zoro is a good fighter. He wants him to have his sword. It's not fate that he comes to Wano to return it. That's dumb, Sin. Bro, but when it says in the chapter, like, who's dumb now? That's all I'm saying. Like, stop playing with me, bro. Like, my future sight is up there. But I think it's really interesting to see Zoro having this Ushimaru Shimosuke tie. Like, I think that that's fire. I've been saying it for mad long. He might have some sort of lineage, but everybody's like, no, that's trash. That's gonna take away from Zoro's character. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oda's writing the story how he wants to write it, bro. Y'all gotta let Oda do Oda. Let Oda get in his bag. Let Oda get in his Duffy. Y'all like, oh, that's dumb. Like, bro, no, it's not. That's fire. That is fire, bro. Him having lineage to like fire swordsman is fire to me, bro. Like, stop. That don't mean that takes away from him. That don't take away from him just because he got fire lineage. You know how many bums have fire lineage? Big Mom has 83 kids, yo. Most of them are fodder. Like, what are we talking about, bro? You not just strong just because your mother or your father somebody powerful. Like, stop that, bro. Like, come on, man. Let Oda get in his bag. Let Oda do his thing. The next thing, though, was so fire, bro, because we got the Sulong Manx back, bro. You know what it is. The GOATs. I'm so excited, man. We got Jack Hybrid versus Sulong Inuyarashi. Inuyarashi was doing his thing. Threw him in the wall and all that in base. Then he went straight into the Sulong. Like, come on, bro. He was throwing him in base. Bro, he in Sulong now. Like, stop playing with him. Yo, Inuyarashi is different. How are you in Sulong form? Yo, you see the PTSD in Jack's eyes? Stop. Come on, man. Inuyarashi, I think he's going to win this. Let's stop playing with him. And Peril Sparrow was already afraid of Neko, period. But now, Neko was in Sulong too. The GOAT. Stop playing with him, man. Like, we at this point now with a Sulong, like, we really get to see fleshed out Sulongs. I'm excited. Razon, Fukarukuju, they fighting again. You know what I mean? Ain't really nothing crazy here. They just having a conversation about Momo. None of us really care about that. But then we get to see Momo in his big dragon form. And I'm excited, son, because, bro, like, yo, this is fire. This is fire. Because we get the little flashback where Luffy standing in front of little Momo, but now we in front of big Momo. Shinobu crying because he looked like Odin. Like, bro, like, this is so gas, bro. This chapter's gas, bro. Yo, the next few chapters gonna be crazy. Oda's in his Duffy. Stop disrespecting him. Momo was not no little chump no more. He never was no chump. You seen him pick the knife up? Kanjiro beat him up, but he picked the knife up, though. He was really about to shank bull. He was about to, bro, come on, man. Put some respect on Momo. Oh my God, this chapter is so crazy. Oda is going crazy. Oda is snapping. I'm so excited, bro. One Piece is for real niggas only, bro. God, this chapter was good, man. Let me know down below what y'all think of this chapter. Of course, yo, this was fire. Hopefully y'all enjoy my breakdown. I've been really trying to do different stuff with my content. Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? And as always, I hope you all stay safe and healthy during these trying times. This has been Synsei Inc., and I will see you all in the next video.